gather round, the curtains rising high. It's real talk time, and we'll tell you why. From old-time flicks to the silver screen, we've got the stories and the in-between. But out of real talk, it's the place to be for movies.
We started off with a cheers. Oh, shit. Oh. We got a squirter.
I have a story to tell you about that one after, but that's not okay.
So what do you?
That's for not recording.
Podcast. Okay.
Well,
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
This is episode 11 of the Real Talk podcast with myself, Sander.
Mason.
And we have a very special guest today. Man who needs no introduction in most spaces.
None whatsoever.
But we are happy to have Andrew on today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming
thanks for
on.
coming.
One of the, I was going to say, in all of Canada, one of the best tattoo artists. Who's done some really good pieces on me. It's like some of my best pieces. And Nathan's the blank canvas that we gotta
Blank canvas that's got a full
we
sleeve
gotta mark up.
all the way to the top.
Well, we're doing a blackout on you.
That's what
We're doing today.
I've
During
always wanted a blackout shoulder.
Okay.
there you go.
Say no more.
The best, the person who's known for doing blackout work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Critically acclaimed in that way.
Yeah, I'll run across the street and grab my stuff.
We'll do it right here.
We'll do it right
That'll
now.
be the podcast.
On the
I get a tattoo.
Stain up all these chairs.
Just hearing a weird vibration the entire time, trying to like voice isolate the audio.
So, Nathan, what do you think? Just let me think about that one for one more second.
Andrew, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
We heard that you were a huge movie buff, so we wanted to have you on and talk movies, talk stuff that you've either seen recently or stuff that you are excited for this year. Like it seems like a pretty big movie year and stuff, and just everything else, life, how you, and of course like how you started what you do right now as well, besides like just movies and everything else. But if you want to give a little intro about yourself.
Not good at this stuff.
That's okay.
I've been tattooing for almost 14 years now.
Damn.
I've been watching movies, obviously, my whole life. My parents were always into movies.
Yeah.
My wife is big into the movies. I have a lot of friends that are really big into movies who know B-list, C-list, D-list, Z-list actors. Like, I am terrible for remembering actors' names.
That's okay.
I'm terrible for that. But, I mean, I grew up in Aurora. I've been doing art my whole life. And I guess the type of art that I do is inspired by the movies that I do like to watch.
That's cool.
Which are more realistic, sort of sadder love story type movies. Favorite movie is Eternal Sunshine, Spotless Mind. So like anything like that, always down to watch.
Do you, besides like things that are sadder in nature, do you have a specific genre that you kind of look for? Like, is it?
I'm not really big into like horror. Psychological thrillers, yes.
Yep.
Like Hereditary, anything like that is cool. I'm not really into like there's certain rom-coms that are like, comfort movies.
Yeah.
Love Actually.
Yeah.
Thanks to my wife, is now one of my favorite Christmas movies. It just depends on how it doesn't really have to like be a certain genre.
Yeah.
It just depends on if I vibe with the movie or not.
Yeah.
Could be any genre, really.
That's cool. Yeah. It's good to have that kind of that range in terms of what you can pick up, or other movies that just have like good replay value.
Yeah, like The Blind Side or Moneyball.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Some of my
Moneyball,
favorite movies to throw
absolutely.
on. They're so good.
Absolutely.
They're so good.
Every time I will go
Yeah.
back and watch Moneyball. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I love it.
consistently. This
Yeah.
is good. I will never not watch this
Yeah.
film.
Also being a big Brad Pitt fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Have you? I was expecting them to drop because obviously the Super Bowl was yesterday.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to do a teaser for the new F1 film, but I didn't see anything.
Oh.
But
I didn't-
that-
I didn't even watch the Super Bowl.
Oh no. I was waiting. I was waiting to see because did you at least look at the teaser for the F1 film? Have you
No.
seen that yet?
No.
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 His new film coming out?
No, I didn't know anything about it.
Oh, it looks. When is that coming out? May or June?
Probably.
Something like that.
Everything seems to be coming out in May. So
Yeah.
Is he directing
Soon.
it or is he in it?
Oh, he's in
he's
it.
in it.
Yeah,
He's
like
the main
he's-
F1 driver.
Really?
Yeah.
For what team?
I don't know.
I think they made up a team for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
I think so.
There's sponsors on everything, but I think his car, as far as we've seen,
Yes.
although the colors allude to it maybe being Mercedes.
Like
If
white?
there is going to be a team,
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure though.
Maybe.
I know they haven't really said. It's really just been teased so far. They haven't done
Okay.
a full trailer. They haven't. I mean, nowadays there's like 3 teasers before you get a trailer
Yeah.
for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, three teasers, a 3-minute preview.
Yeah. The 8-minute previews that we've
Yeah.
seen and
Oh.
stuff. Do you have any anticipation for like movies and stuff coming out this year that you're looking forward to?
Honestly, I don't know what is coming out this year. I just like I haven't even had time to look to see what is coming out. Like I want to see Nosferatu, which
Yeah.
I have not seen yet.
It's good.
Apparently, it's awesome.
It's very good.
Very awesome.
You will like that film. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I just kind of I don't watch much news. I don't watch anything like that.
Yeah.
If it comes up on like an Instagram reel, I'm like, okay, cool, write it down.
Might go watch that,
Just-
yeah.
Yeah, I'll go watch it, but I'm not, avidly looking for what's coming out next. Just
It's fair.
yeah, if it happens, it happens.
Catches your attention.
Yeah,
You're like, oh,
yeah. Or if
maybe
I
I'll
hear
go.
about it from somebody else, like a
Yeah,
client,
yeah.
then I'll check it out. But
So I'm assuming you just end up getting like a bunch of good movie recommendations
Yeah,
by
yeah.
people, and you're like,
for the most
okay,
part,
I'll go see that. I'll go see that.
Yeah.
And Omar's a good source of that.
Yes.
He's like, when we had him on, like it was the length of discussion in terms of that movie depth that he was pulling out. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
how do you
He knows everything.
like
he knows everything.
the knowledge base was
Yeah.
it was crazy to hear. That was a long episode. We were
this
talking
might be a very short episode for you guys.
that was a 2 hour and 15 minutes.
was it really?
Oh my god!
Oh,
And we
yeah.
it honestly
Oh, yeah.
flew by though, because we just kept going, and we were just talking. I'm like, wow, this is great.
There was lots of intricacies to that
Yeah.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah,
And he would just
he
go
can go
off.
deep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh
go
yeah.
On the movie
Oh,
references
yeah.
and stuff,
Yeah.
his knowledge is pretty incredible.
deep. Yeah.
Did you see a lot of films and stuff last year? Or were you just you're busy, so it's tough
I don't
sometimes.
get a lot. I don't. Last year, I don't know what even came out last year. There was that movie Spaceman.
Oh yeah, with Adam Sandler.
Oh my god.
Did you like that?
Was that
Yes.
last year?
I think so.
It was last year.
God.
I don't. Was it even in theaters?
No, it was like
It was
just
straight to Netflix.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I watched it with my wife. Oh my god, we were making crying noises like I've never made before. That was an incredible movie. I didn't expect
Yeah.
it to be like that.
Yeah.
Like based on the previews, but man, the soundtrack,
Yeah.
the movie, the way it was done,
Yeah.
was so good, so good.
Adam Sandler's got range.
He does.
He has
No,
range.
He does. Yeah.
Between that and you look at like, I mean, he does a lot of comedy and stuff, but then you look
Yeah.
at him doing Uncut Gems. Like,
Yeah,
there's,
that was another great movie.
it's a very good film. That's got good replay value.
Yes.
I find as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something. What's the quote? There's a quote about how comedy actors usually end up being the best drama actors.
It's true.
because
Yep.
they're so in touch with that
Yep.
the saddest parts of themselves
Yep.
that they can make a joke out of it.
Well, even like Jonah Hill he directed mid-90s, right?
Yep,
Another great movie.
Yeah.
mid
I
'90s was
love
great.
movies like that where it's just a snippet of time, and like the Florida Project. You
Yep.
know, that like movies like that is what I really like. Just real
Mid
life stuff.
90s was I remember when that came out being a big deal with everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking
Yeah,
about how
it was great.
it was that perfect slip of time.
Yep.
And the resonation that came with it.
Yep. Yep.
Another movie I need to put on my watch list now.
Well, even though it's not a movie, but Ben Stiller is one of the producers and directors on Severance.
Severance.
Show.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a comedian, but
Yeah.
Severance is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done like a good. I feel like over the years, even though again he has done lots of comedy or like those kind of movies, but he's got some pretty good range. Like we've talked about on a number of episodes now of him doing like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Like
That's another one of my. That's
how-
probably my second favorite movie under Eternal Sunshine.
That's crazy.
So
how
good.
many people have we talked about that movie with now?
And you know what? It's such a low key film.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Like I remember the only reason I watched it is because I got given a USB stick with a bunch of films on it, and I plugged it in, and I think I was just like, I'll pick this one, and that one came on, and I remember watching it through and being like, oh my god, how did I not know about
Yeah.
this film?
But it was almost like it feel like it slipped through the cracks.
Yeah.
And it still is not rated very highly in terms
Really?
of movies. Like it's not if you speak to the right people, like we had the same thing. We had the conversation with Omar about it. It's like it touches you as a creative on like
Right.
a primal level almost
Yeah.
that people that aren't creative in a certain way or a certain aspect of their life don't necessarily understand.
Right.
So they don't appreciate the movie like
Yeah.
it applies to just the way that you feel about the work that you do and how that process is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
And the journey of the process.
Yep.
And that just doesn't ring true for everybody.
I'm
So it's
surprised
very-
because like the cast is stacked in that movie.
It's a very big
Yeah.
cast.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just also the same actor. I'm just realizing. I'm blanking on the guy's name. Who's the main character in Severance? Who's
Adam
the-
Scott.
Adam Scott.
Yeah.
He's in Walter Mitty.
Yeah.
He's
he's that mean.
the douchebag
corporate
like
dude,
boss
yeah, yeah.
that's doing the transition.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah, I
funny.
know. Yeah.
Again, like a person who has the range to do Severance,
Yeah.
and then also to do like a comedic role in
Yeah. He was in
that's-
Parks and Rec, and he was
Yeah.
in Step Brothers.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
True, yeah,
Hilarious.
He does do like random off, like he doesn't typically have a massive role in something.
Yeah.
but he's like a great supporting character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Stiller's one of those actors who really, really nails it on the directing and the producing side.
Yeah.
Like he did Tropic Thunder, right?
Oh yeah.
I think he
did.
produced
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I
Was
think
he
produced
in it as well?
He was in it,
Yeah.
but I think
Yeah.
he also produced it, or maybe he directed it. And I just remember like when I found that out, it was one of those moments where I was like, "Oh my god! Of course it was Ben Stiller."
Yeah.
Because only Ben Stiller could be like, "Boop boop boop boop." Hey guys, can you come do this crazy film?
You might all get canceled for.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting one. Obviously, like, and I know Robert Downey has said that they couldn't redo it, but that would be a crazy one if somebody was like, "We're gonna do a second one."
I don't know how they got away with that, to be honest.
Yeah, even then, it was still.
Yeah.
Well, when did that film come out? Like 2008?
Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
As RDJ was getting into Marvel, I believe.
Just before.
Was it just before? Or was
He
it
had done
the
what was
first
that
Iron
film?
Man film that he had done already?
Did he? Maybe.
It might be like,
Or it
it's
was at
in
the
the
same
same amount of
time.
time.
Wow, that's crazy.
That it's like, how did you not get shut
I
down?
know. Yeah. Marvel brings him right on after that.
Yeah.
After you were great in this film.
After his whole track record, and then still brings him on after doing blackface. You're like, okay, this might have pushed the barriers a little bit here, but we're gonna let it slide. We're gonna see how the first Iron Man does.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. He was doing an interview and he was talking about how like why he ended up saying yes to the role, because initially he had said no. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'm trying to remember. I think he was talking to his black friend, and he said the role and what he was going to do, and he doesn't think it's a good idea because like that's really bad.
Yeah.
And then his friend was like, "You got to do that. You have to do that. You like if you don't do it now, you'll never be able to do
Yeah.
it."
There's video evidence of that, then, of like permission. I
Yeah.
don't know, I guess.
Yeah.
He got permission. He has a video of him
Like,
getting permission.
I don't know.
Oh, probably.
There should be, though. Just
There
in
should
case.
be.
Just
Save your ass. We're like, wait,
hey,
hey,
he said I should do it.
My black friend said it was okay. We're good. It's like the interview. Samuel L. Jackson doing the interview, talking about how. Jamie Foxx talking about how Leo was uncomfortable saying the N-word for Django.
Oh, really?
And Samuel was like on set. He's like, it's just another day. It's just another word. Like these people, like this is the whole movie. These people are your property. Like you have to think about this. And he came in on set the next day. He's like, wouldn't talk to anybody. Was like dialed in. And I think that was also the day that they shot the scene where they're at the confrontation at the table while they're trying to do the bargain. And he slams the glass on the table
it cuts
and
his hand?
actually cuts his hand and just keeps
I
going.
know.
Yeah.
That's skill.
What a
That's
great
skill.
movie, too. Another great film.
That was a great film.
Yeah, that was like a similar case in Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal. When he smashes the mirror in that film, he like severely cut his hand, like really badly.
They didn't use like the what's it called, sugar glass or like whatever for that.
I think
They
so.
used
But
a real mirror.
no, I don't think they used a real mirror, or maybe they did use a real mirror, or he wasn't. There was some.
Wasn't supposed
he wasn't
to,
supposed to
maybe?
break it,
Yeah.
or maybe like because sugar glass can still cut you if you get the
Okay.
right piece.
Okay.
Like a big issue that was happening is when people would jump through windows with sugar glass, and they would break, but they'd land like on the windowsill,
Yeah.
and there'd still be like a shard of
Oh.
That's a big thing. But yeah, he cut his hand like deep, all down. I think he
God.
got his artery right here or something like that.
Tendons are.
Oh
everything.
yeah, so he finished the take and was like, I think I'm gonna pass out.
Oh, my
You're like, oh my god.
That was the one where he was the photographer. Or
Yeah,
like-
Yeah. Like
I think I
the.
watched it once. I don't remember too
It's
much of it.
I gotta watch that again.
I remember it was
like-
pretty dark, but
I remember
It is, yeah.
It was very dark.
But that's I feel like again somebody who has such good range in terms of acting.
Yeah.
He's played so many good roles,
Yeah.
and he did. I feel like it's within a 3 to 4 year window where he did Nightcrawler, Zodiac, he did Prisoners, and then he did Southpaw.
oh shit.
All within the same, like, I believe that was in a 3 or 4 year period.
wow.
Jake Gyllenhaal's good.
And the range of those movies, I mean, with Nightcrawler's a totally different character because he comes across as a complete psychopath. And then for Prisoners and for Zodiac, he's playing at least similar people. And then he has to go to this total other role with Southpaw, which is like that's pretty. The depth in terms of his acting is pretty extensive. He's done some really good films.
You know what movie he did recently that I really enjoyed?
What?
Roadhouse.
I knew you were going to say
I
that.
haven't watched it.
I don't know. There's something about Conor McGregor strutting around with his ass out that was just like
It
hilarious.
was entertaining, but
Oh yeah.
Did you watch it?
I did.
What would you give it out of 10?
No. What? Give it a 10? Is that
No,
what you said?
what would you give it out of 10? 3.
Not even. Maybe 1.5 at
Yeah.
best.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
1 3/4, maybe. If I've had a couple of beers downrange.
Yes.
But yeah.
It's
not-
just like
not-
a
not
more
good.
coked out version of Connor being Connor.
Yeah.
Is
Oh my
basically what
God.
that character was.
Insane.
Where is everybody?
Whose idea,
Where the fuck is
whose
everybody?
idea was that? To remake them? Or just leave it alone?
No.
Just leave it
You
alone.
don't- Yes. Well, that's like the new Lilo and Stitch. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
everybody's talking about why are we remaking things that are classics?
I know.
And like such
Yeah.
a good film.
Let's just remake the things that are bad. Like the things where people went, "Oh, this film was terrible." Let's remake that.
Try it again.
Yeah.
Let's do Morbius one more time.
We've shit on a lot of Sonyverse movies in the past like little bit.
I don't know what it is.
It's just terrible directing. Like it's
But
not,
how?
it's not
Like,
good production. It's not good directing. The CG was terrible. Consistently, those Sonyverse movies are bad.
I know, but you'd think they'd get it.
You think they would get it after 2 failures and then messing up almost even worse the 3rd time. But it's because they did Venom well.
Did they?
Did they do Venom well? Maybe the first one.
Well, all 3 box office wise did really well. I'm not saying the scripts were good.
There's 3?
Yeah.
There's 3 Venoms.
Yeah. They just had a new one come
Venom.
out.
There's Venom. There's Venom.
I saw the first one.
Let There Be
Did
Carnage.
not watch the second one. And I
Let There
did
Be
not know
Carnage, and then
And
there was
then
the third one.
The
was,
Final Dance.
Yeah, that one was like I watched maybe 10 minutes of it, just enough to watch this creature who eats symbiotes ransack this lab, and I went, okay.
Turn that off.
I don't know what the hell this is, but this isn't what I signed up for.
I haven't watched the 3rd one, but yeah, there are.
Okay,
Yeah, just in
yeah.
case you were wondering,
I
there's 3.
did not know that.
They did well enough at the box office. They made 3
That's
movies
insane.
because the first one did really well. Box office wise, audience score was pretty good. Then it started dropping off as they started.
Yeah.
They had a bigger production budget and less box office and worse ratings. And then they did a 3rd because they needed to finish off what was already a mediocre story.
I will say though,
It's unfortunate, really.
Yeah.
It is. It is. I will say I understand if they're not looking directly at audience interaction, I understand how they would mess up and greenlight another one.
Right.
Because I've been doing a lot of audience analytics on my end, mostly on the marketing side, but I've been using this program that we use for the film side.
Yeah.
And if you look at a lot of bad films, they get a really big audience engagement online.
Okay.
Because everybody's joking about how bad it is.
Yeah, like Morbius.
Like Morbius.
Yeah.
And so if you're only, like when the intern comes and delivers to your desk a pamphlet of documents, if you open it, you'll be like, whoa, we're doing amazing online. But if you don't look at the second page that says, oh, we're like everybody's opinion of it is dog shit, then you'll be like, oh, Morbius 2, no problem. Venom 3.
That's like a really good example of that outside of the Sonyverse was maybe Black Adam. Like how much
that is? Mm-hmm. I don't even know what that is.
the off-brand Superman that The Rock did.
Well, he's like evil Shazam.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
basically. Yeah, that's a really good way to describe him. Yeah,
Evil Shazam.
But-
Corrupted Shazam.
he wanted it to be so big, and it's The Rock, so he like promotes the shit out of it, and it's like overdone in terms of the marketing,
Yeah.
and it just really didn't do well. Like they spent so much money trying to put that film, and they brought Henry Cavill back as Superman just to close out the movie, to like tease essentially a Black Adam versus Superman. Like they were
right.
gonna do Batman versus Superman Part
Right.
2.
Yeah, Black Adam's like, I could beat anybody you send. He's talking to the woman from Suicide. Do you see Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
You know the woman who's like, "You're gonna do this for me." Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
control.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's like talking on one of her robots to Black Adam. Black Adam's like, "If you send anybody, I'll kill them, no problem."
Anybody from this
and then-
Earth.
yeah, anybody on the Earth, I'll get. And then she's like, "Well, what if they're not from Earth?" And then like Superman appears.
Oh, okay.
And then everybody goes, Of course.
This is
Trying to
after the
actually-
credit, or like after the credits?
I think it was post credit, right?
Yeah, it was post credit. Yeah, post.
Yuck.
Of course, they can't put that in the movie.
No.
It's gotta be post credits.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough money
That's the only
left,
reason I go and watch Marvel movies.
Post credits.
Post credits, true.
Did you
True.
see Fantastic Four trailer?
No.
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 Looks good. Did you see it?
I did. I didn't see I saw clips of it. I've seen clips, and the thing is interesting.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people commenting on the thing looking. I mean, it looks comic book accurate.
The CGI, or is it practical?
It's probably CG.
But it
think
looks.
so.
Yeah, it's not practical like the first movie.
Okay.
Like that was.
That looked good.
that was just like claymation.
Was it claymation?
No. I'm saying it looks like it. It looks like they just put.
I was gonna say, wow, am I gonna go
played
back
the
and
guy.
review it and be like, whoa, this is bad? But I remember it looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new one looked kind of weird, like kind of uncanny valley situation where you're looking at it and you're like, this looks weird, but I don't know why it looks weird.
Yeah.
And it's probably something nuanced, like, oh, the lighting doesn't shimmer that way on a rock, or
Yeah.
whatever the case is.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, there was that. Did you see the Thunderbolts? Thunderbolts?
Yeah, that trailer just came out last night.
Last night. That one seems okay.
Did you see the Superman trailer?
No. My algorithm is not good, I guess.
Oh, you know what? If you like sad movies or that kind of human sad movies, you should watch The Brutalist. The Brutalist.
Oh, yeah. If you have 3
Was
hours
it Anthony
and 40
Mackie?
minutes.
Okay.
What's the main guy's name?
What, Adrian Brody?
Adrian Brody. Why am I saying Anthony Mackie?
all
Oh my
right.
God.
He's winning a lot of awards for it, so I would recommend.
Okay.
Yeah,
Going
did
to
you
see
see
it.
like the pianist and like yeah. He's good.
I was going to say similar kind of role. Similar dynamic in the role to the pianist.
Yes.
So,
I'd say it's worth it. If you have
Very
that time,
impressive.
definitely worth it. It would fit in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Something that you would enjoy.
the
Yeah.
art of it,
Yes.
you would very much appreciate, of
Yeah.
like
Okay.
the flow of the movie. We went and saw it at
Tiff.
the TIFF theater because they were playing it in 70 millimeter. So we're like, okay, if we're gonna go watch it,
Yeah.
we gotta watch it there, and it was good. I don't know if they're still showing it in 70,
I don't think so.
but you could definitely make a. There's a lot of I think they're still showing it. I just don't know if they're showing it in 70 still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's well worth the watch. There's an intermission, so you get to.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, like it's that long. That there's actually
You're like
built in an intermission.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a
Sucks.
what was it, 15 or 20-minute intermission?
Yeah, 15 minutes. I
Yeah.
think.
So
Okay.
it's good for
was good.
for what it is in terms of how cinema is these days. It's
Okay.
like it's something different,
Yeah.
which is good. I'd also recommend seeing Anora if you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
She came out last year. Don't watch Amelia Perez. That's one of that's good. So for context, that got 13 nominations this year for the Academy Awards, and it's horrible. Absolutely.
It's a French director's interpretation of what Mexico is like without doing any research into Mexican culture.
Yeah.
Is supposed to be funny.
No, it's absolutely not
It's
being
a
musical.
musical.
It's a musical
Okay,
too.
well, I
Yeah.
will not watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
Don't
cannot.
waste
I
any
can't. I
time.
can't do musicals.
It was a straight to Netflix movie. Selena Gomez is in it.
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana's in it,
Okay.
and some other.
One, I can't
Person
remember.
is in
There's a big Mexican star in it, but she plays a supporting role. I can't think of her name.
Yeah, there's no Mexican people in it.
Yeah.
Which is the whole like controversy over it as well.
That. And they use Google Translate for the Spanish parts.
Yeah.
Which wasn't good.
It's
No.
it's a creepy. It's a bit of a creepy movie too. Like honestly, if you
Okay.
look it up, you listen to some of the music, and you go, "What?" Yeah.
What's the premise of it? Like,
The
Yes, what's
premise
the premise
of
of
it
it, Sam?
is a drug lord wants to transition to a female to escape their old drug trafficking life.
okay.
Essentially, is the whole film, from my understanding. Is that pretty accurate? Yeah, that's pretty.
Okay.
And it's got 13 Academy Award nominations.
Man to a woman, woman to a man, cut their off and yeah.
Is that one of the songs?
It's one of, I swear, like one of the songs.
Translated?
No,
No, in English.
In
my
English.
God.
In English. In English, they're singing it. It's like way worse than even that.
I couldn't.
It's
I
also
said
off key. The song's off key.
I saw a clip on Instagram, so I sent it to him, and I'm like, "This isn't the real movie, is it?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
No.
Like, if you see clips and stuff, people are like, "There's no way this is real."
Yeah, you're gonna get a clip now because we talked about it.
Yeah.
And you're
My
gonna be like,
phone's way over there.
Yeah.
Just in case.
No,
hopefully not.
put it on airplane mode before you
Yeah.
don't listen to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this is supposed to be like a pretty good movie year. Like 2025 is supposed to be a good
Okay.
movie year.
What was the one that I was excited about? I saw it and I was like, F1 was one that I'm really excited about.
New Tron film.
Oh, nice.
The Tron film,
Yep.
yeah. I've been seeing a lot of clips from the old Tron movie, and that scene where he's like, where they do the light bikes the first time, and he goes, I can do this. And he jumps, and it's like, cool.
New Avatar at the end of the year.
Oh, shit. Fire.
There's another one.
There's 3 more.
Oh,
There's still more.
Have you seen the second one?
yeah, I did.
You did?
You
Did you
did?
like it?
No.
Really?
I agree with you.
Did you like the first one?
For its time, yeah.
Yeah.
Second one was like, I mean, CGI, great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
But the part that got me was the whales talking. Just the dialogue, and I was like,
Yeah. I forgot about that.
I forgot about that
not,
too.
It's
not
been so
good,
long.
Not good. It was just so drawn out, like so drawn out.
How long was that movie?
It was like over
3 hours?
3 hours.
3 hours? Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of the new ones will be as well.
James Cameron. Like, I get it, buddy. You got a lot of money and a lot of pull, but like...
You're doing too much.
Stop.
Yeah, just
Stop.
Just stop.
Yeah, stop. It's enough.
And
You've already made it funny.
yeah, and like do something else. Like why you gotta do another 3? Oh my god! But I guess they've been doing it in tandem with the other ones. So
Yeah. But
Ay.
that's okay. We're do you know who Adam Egan is? The
No.
director?
No.
He did the movie Chloe.
Talking to Goyen. Adam Goyen.
Yeah. A Goyen.
Goyen. Famous Toronto,
Chloe.
Canada.
The movie Chloe, Amanda Seyfried's in it. Liam Neeson's in it. Julianne Moore's in it. So he's like,
It sounds familiar. I don't know if I've seen it though.
it's about like Julianne Moore's character. She finds out her husband is cheating, and then with Amanda Seyfried's character, who's Chloe, she's a prostitute and like hires her to like sniff out the dirt on her husband and like try to get close to him, and then she blackmails the character. Like it's a whole
Okay.
drama thing. We're interviewing him on Thursday.
What?
Yeah.
Here?
No. Virtual interview.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
gotta come hang out and do the podcast.
Well,
Yeah, sick.
we're hoping that like we're gonna be like, hey, you want to come do like a full podcast?
That's sweet.
Yeah, we because they're doing a new movie,
7 Veils.
Seven Veils, but it's it's kind of it's like a psychological thriller. It looks pretty good.
Looks good.
Okay.
Yeah, we get early access to that film. We'll send you a link.
Elevation's like
Hey, we have 5 watches. I didn't say who we could give it to.
Elevation's like we're never giving anything to these guys again.
Cut that part out. But yeah, we have that. We did new movie. Oh no, I was gonna say, do you like gore or just not horror?
I'm okay with gore.
With
Yeah.
gore,
What about
like,
body horror?
What?
Body horror?
What's that?
Like
it's
oh,
hard
what's
to
a
give
good
an
one?
example aside
What's
from the movie you're gonna mention.
The Substance. Have you
Didn't
seen
watch
that?
that.
It's about
Oh,
a
no.
pill makes you younger pill, or is it a surgery?
It's both. Yeah, it's
Oh
like
yeah. Body horror is just like anything that's grotesque. Like did you watch Midsummer?
I did.
Did you like Midsummer?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it, and I just put it on one day, and I was like, "What did I just watch?"
That's
it was
exactly what I did.
beautifully done.
yeah.
That cliff scene
That's the one I was about to talk about.
haven't
Yeah.
seen
fucked
it.
me
I
up.
gotta see
It
it.
fucked me up for a couple weeks.
Yeah, the cliff scene, and then the one in the chicken coop, or the
So realistic. I don't know.
Like terrifying.
It's
really bad.
yeah. Not scared of it, but it was just like
Yeah.
Messes
in
with
my
your
head.
Yeah.
Well, even the opening scene, I watched it. I saw the opening. I didn't know anything about it,
Yeah.
exactly like you.
Yeah.
And I saw the opening scene and went, "Is this what I'm in for?" Oh my god!
It just started.
The opening scene is the sister of the main character.
Yeah.
Runs a tube from the engine exhaust of the car in the garage all the way up to
Yeah.
her room and shoves the tube down her throat
Yeah.
and duct tapes it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, she suffocates herself, but it's like there's puke all over. Like you could tell she struggled for a bit. Oh, and I was like, I watched that and went, "This is what I'm watching." Should I turn it off now?
That's what I thought too.
And then the cliff scene happened, and it happened, and I paused it, and I was like, I'm gonna go for a walk quickly. It was one of those things you watch and you're like, I'm gonna process this before I continue because we're halfway through the movie and there's still more movie left.
Yeah.
Did it get worse after the cliff scene, or was it okay?
You've never seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, Sam.
I know. I gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it, and then when you watch it, you're gonna text me right at the cliff scene and be like, "I get it. I'm going on a walk right now."
Yeah.
I'm watching it at work.
Have you seen those little the little Instagram things where they're watching a scary movie and the jump scare happens and they immediately turn it off and turn on like Teletubbies or something?
I feel like that's scarier.
In a way. Oh yeah.
For the Teletubbies, yeah.
Yeah. And then they start humming to themselves like
Everything's fine.
Yeah, Midsummer, I watched it on like a really nice day, like a really nice summer day too, and I was just like,
This killed everything.
because it's like the movie's really, really well done. Like it's beautifully shot. And it's like
beautiful.
on really nice days too. So I'm just like,
It's beautiful.
What? Like I felt like I was getting high though. Like
yeah.
as the characters were getting messed
yeah.
up the whole movie. Like
oh, yeah.
I was also in the movie. So well done.
It was
But too well done.
That was the thing. I was so disturbed by it, but I also loved it. I thought it
Yes.
was great.
Yeah.
Very, very incredible.
That's the creepiness of films like that. Sometimes they catch you off guard. You're like, am I gonna walk outside and like, what's going on right now?
I didn't need to watch it again because I remembered everything.
Everything was permanently engraved in my brain.
Yep.
We had a few of those that like Omar even said that there's some movies that you just watch once and you're like, that ruined me. I don't need to watch
I
that
don't need to
ever
ever,
again.
ever again.
There's no
what was the
replay
example
value.
he had?
He had a bunch. He had like 4 or 5 movies that he referenced. He's like, watched it once and never need to watch it again.
Oh yeah, we
There was
talked
one
about
that you
it.
referenced like specifically as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's okay. Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
Are there any other movies that you've like seen that you're like, I'm good. I don't need to ever watch that again.
No, I think Midsummer was
Yeah.
the one.
Midsummer was.
I heard Beau's Afraid is similar feeling.
I've heard. Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but
I've heard a lot of. Once again, it was the same thing. It was like really messed up, but beautiful.
Yeah.
And stunning, and the character and everything develops in a really incredible way.
yeah, one of my clients actually did Joaquin Phoenix's like hair and stuff for that movie.
Cool.
So every
cool.
time he would come in, he would show me like some clips of the sets or like
Oh,
some
that's
shots,
cool.
and I was just like, "This is I don't need to see this movie."
Really
Fucked up. Yeah. It's like anytime you show me something, or like if Joey shows concept art.
Oh yeah.
So our good friend Joey, like the show The Boys.
Yeah.
He's doing the concept art for the next season of The Boys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And he did, which is also, is it out now? Is Welcome to Derry out? So the It movies? The newer ones at least?
Yeah.
There's like a prequel series that's going
on how it came to be. Like
Yeah.
how Pennywise
cool.
came to be.
And he was doing
it's on
that.
HBO Max, and he was working on the art team for that.
Oh, that's
for
awesome.
what, 2
That's
years
cool.
or so? Something
Yeah,
like
with the
that? Yeah.
delays and the strikes and
With the
everything. It
strike
was
and
it was
everything,
like
yeah.
it was a 2-year contract. Yeah, he was tired of
So
that
he does
show
all
by
that
the end.
concept art stuff.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you
there's
ever
some
think of
it.
like doing stuff like that, like in terms of where your art was going, or do you always
Not
kind
for a
of
movie. I'd love to do like character design
Yeah.
for like games like Elden Ring. stuff
Oh
like that. I think I
yeah.
would love to do that.
Oh
You
yeah.
know any people?
Who is it? Joey was going crazy about this the other day. They're making I think they're doing a Bloodborne movie.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
Bloodborne, and then there was another one that Joey was like, I will drop everything and move out to wherever they're filming
yeah?
it. Oh yeah, like he was like, I'll work for free. He sent the team an email being like, I will work for free. I don't care.
For what though?
I wish I could remember what it was, but it was along that style.
Okay.
Oh, what was it? It was like by that game workshop. It was them and then a production house, and they were building a new series that took place in the Elden Ring world.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so he was like, I'll drop everything. And I could be wrong. And Joey, you can text me when you watch this.
Just call him.
Yeah. Hey, Joey, what's that thing you wanted to drop everything for and leave and not get paid for?
And that's what you need.
he's like, which one?
Which project?
There's that. There's also I was talking to a friend. They got approached about taking on a production managing for a vampire film that is inspired by Bloodborne.
Cool.
In the terms of the art style and the world style. So it's like Victorian era, but with that twist of like this almost like dream world that Bloodborne is. And I was like, whoa, you took that, right? And they were like, maybe. I'm like, oh, okay. But I guess you're doing she was doing logistics. So I was like, okay, I get it. Maybe you're just like, that's way too much. I don't want to worry about it. But yeah. Toronto's going to get busy this year, so you could get that opportunity now that you put it out into the universe.
There you go.
Maybe.
I'm surprised like nobody's reached out to ask for that kind of stuff aside from just
Nope.
No? Well, this is I don't know, we don't
Not yet. Not yet.
It's still early days. Never know. The industry in Toronto is very small. It's small, but also big in both ways. Yeah. It just depends, I guess.
It's very small.
Yeah.
Every industry in Canada is like big, but small.
Yeah.
Like I had a meeting with a guy from the tech world and we know so many crossover people that we had no idea that we knew. And we've been working on this other project for like 6 months now. Yeah. And it was like, I saw you were with this person. Oh yeah, they've been my friends since high school. I know them really well because I've been their friends for like 4 years, and I can't believe we haven't crossed paths yet. Yeah, just weird things like that.
Do you ever find that with like the tattoo world and stuff?
Oh,
you go other places?
Yeah, it's very small. I mean, it's a big industry, but everybody knows each other.
Do you find that even when you do travel and go to like guest spots and stuff too?
Yeah.
Like everybody just knows?
Yeah, yep.
Is it like that even when, because you've gone to the States a few times as well to do guest spot. Do you find it still like?
Yeah, we all know the same people.
That's crazy.
Everybody knows someone.
And everybody knows who you are.
Everybody knows someone,
Yeah, what I find is everybody knows everyone. And so because of that, when somebody tells you who they know, you could place exactly where they are in the industry, at least in mine. And I'm like, oh, you know this guy, and this guy, and you work with this person and this girl? That means you're in this corner right here. Okay, maybe I will. Group. Yeah. Maybe I won't go out to dinner with you.
Yeah, same thing.
That's like even knowing, like, I mean, you grow up here as well, so you understand. It's like knowing even just outside of it, business-wise, it's like knowing people locally.
Yeah.
Like everybody is just one small connection away.
Yeah, it is.
It's so scary.
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, so you know this person's like, I went to school with them, but you played hockey. Like it's just, it's always weird little things like that. You're like, how do you know that?
It's all 6 degrees of separation. I mean, perfect example. I was in Cabo, and I meet this guy who does irrigation and landscaping, and then landscape, like outdoor lighting. And he's telling me about projects he's worked on and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, wait a minute, did you do this park in Toronto? And he goes, oh yeah, I did that years ago. And I was like, I was the one who went and took photos of the park for its release. After crazy. You had already done like all the work and everything. And he was like, oh, those were good photos. I'm like, the world is a very small place.
How do we reconnect here?
Like, it's so weird.
In Cabo, of all places, It's all a simulation. Nothing is real.
That'll be a different podcast.
Yeah.
You can invite me on that
one. Do you? Well, if we talk a little bit about that, if we want to, I don't know if it necessarily affects. Well, I'll ask, but do you think that the way that like we look at AI and like the movie industry and stuff in a different way, do you think that's like affecting or changing the landscape of like tattooing at all? Will that change anything or not really?
I mean, it's just a different tool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's taking over.
It's not the same creativity.
Like I don't use AI to do designs or anything, but some people do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know. It's a good tool for some people, and for some you don't really need it.
Yeah,
it's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It depends on who you're
just a tool. Well, especially because your industry is like so much skill and discipline to do what you do and the way that you do it. Like AI can't just step in and do it.
No.
Because on the film side, what everybody's worried about is the fact that eventually you'll get to a point like AI can already hold the whole movie and it's in its data box.
Right.
So people are worried that you're going to get to a point where it's going to be so good that you could just be like, I want a sad film like Sunshine and Spotless Mind or Spotless Mind, and then that mixed with this and mixed with Tron, and then be able to just create the content.
Right.
That's what people are worried about. After talking to a lot of AI experts in the industry and in the world, I don't think that that's ever going to be relevant or a case. It's just going to become another tool, like you said.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I mean, I can see AI helping with editing and doing all that sort of stuff, but never, producing a whole. I mean, maybe it can, but you need that like person, like
The human touch.
like, human touch,
Yeah.
to actually like put the movie together.
Agreed.
Same with tattooing.
Yeah.
I can get AI to do a design for me,
Yeah.
but I'm going to use it as a reference
Yeah. and
and still put my spin on it. Right.
Make it your own, yeah.
I saw a lot of that yesterday, like because we were watching the Super Bowl yesterday, and I'm like paying attention, but I'm also we have a little Android box, so we were watching like the US stream, so I get to watch like all the crazy US commercials and stuff, and there were so many commercials using not just like CG like they normally would, but definitely generated stuff. Like you can just tell because it sits. CG has gotten to a point where it's so good, it's almost hard to tell sometimes, like what is done.
Yeah.
Whereas, as we've talked about, like AI lives in that uncanny valley sometimes. And there was, I want to say probably 30% of the commercials that were using AI stuff.
Wow.
And I'm like, it was almost disappointing because those ads specifically live as a spectacle of their own in terms of how they make those.
Yeah.
And to see that, and we also saw it like the example that we saw about 6 weeks ago is we went to see a movie, Close to Christmas. And the like Coca-Cola ad that they do with the bears and stuff?
Yeah.
They redid it this year, fully AI commercial. It was horrible. Like it was absolutely horrible. It looks terrible because it used to look, you're like, oh, I know those are CG bears, obviously.
Yeah.
But it almost looked too round. Like it sits in a weird space.
You can tell. Like
you can tell, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there'll be a point where you can't tell. I don't know how far we are away from that, but it's certainly not right now. And then I think teams are getting too far ahead of themselves and trying to use it and cutting corners. I would say even more so because of the Super Bowl stuff. It costs so much money.
Yeah.
Like a 30-second spot is $8 million.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And some of the ads yesterday, there was one ad that was 2 minutes. I was like, how did you pay for this?
Oh my God.
How did you pay for this?
Was it like the 60-second ones? They were like 100 million?
Yeah, depending on their timing in the show,
Yeah, depending. Well, yeah, I would say if you're right after halftime, it's probably, or right before halftime, it's probably the most expensive time slot.
It's insane.
I think Kanye's commercial was the best.
He does that same thing every year.
Hey guys, I spent the whole commercial budget on these teeth. And he has like grills on.
He's at the dentist.
That was it?
Yeah, he was at the dentist like shooting this. He's
Was
obviously
it a commercial for that dentist?
no, just for him. Just for
Yeezy.
Yeezy.com. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I spent
I mean-
money on that, and
I mean,
it hit me.
He's not going to get any support these days. He's been saying some absolutely insane stuff on Twitter.
But my thing is, the stuff he did on Twitter, he said, and apparently his sales doubled after he said that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's all publicity for him anyway. Like, people are either going to ride so hard that it doesn't matter and they're going to buy even more stuff, or they're just going to go away. And it's like,
Wow.
they outweigh each other. So,
That's insane.
yeah, he was saying some crazy things.
Yeah.
He did like a whole Heil Hitler thing. It was really bad. It was like really bad. He posted the image of like a Hitler movie
Oh my God.
and then tweeted, just said Heil Hitler. I was
Oh
like,
my God.
what are you doing? People were like, you have to defend him. He did graduation.
Yeah, he's the only one who'd get away with that.
You're right. He's the only person
Over Elon Musk.
Who
He
is-
couldn't even get away with that.
completely uncancelable.
Yeah.
Like he is so far canceled that you can't continue to. It's not
Yeah.
possible
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
It's like one of those things where it's like, hey, why isn't that kid? Why am I in the naughty corner? Why isn't that kid in the naughty corner? Oh, he is, but we can't keep him
Yeah.
there. So he keeps
Yeah.
running around.
He's dug his own corner.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. It's like you can't defend him. You'll be like, I don't even know if there's a separation of the art anymore. It's just bad.
Yeah, I saw one video where it was like, wore my Yeezy Pods, which was like the socks with the plastic bottoms on it that he made, like plastic soles. He's like, yeah, I wore my Yeezy Pods to school and found out that apparently they still do swirlies. And he's like dripping wet.
Oh my god.
So you don't think that AI is going to take
I don't
not
know.
really a necessary thing that to
It's just going to become a tool.
It'll become a tool. Yeah.
do you use it for anything though or not really?
No.
It's not really anything that like
No. Nothing.
if you're not tattooing you're
I
just
would use it for
drawing
anyways.
anyway.
Yeah.
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 The in terms of because I feel like I've seen a few. I'm trying to find the right word because you can correct me on this, but like the style of tattoo for like a movie influencer, like a movie frame. You've done a few of those, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have any that have you? What did you do on Omar? What did you do a frame on Omar? Would you do a character on Omar?
I did Hobgoblin and Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
In panels.
Yeah.
Nothing from a movie on him.
Have you haven't done anything for a movie or just not on Omar specifically?
Not on Omar.
I
I have
don't know.
done movie stuff.
Yeah.
I've done a few, like literally the 9x16
Oh, okay.
screenshot
Oh,
frames on people.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, I don't have anything specifically in my Flash, but
Yeah.
some people will ask me to do a certain frame, a certain
Yeah.
movie.
Those
are fun to do.
That would be a cool one. I can think of like there's one that I can think of off the top of my head that I would do. I don't know if you have one, but I could think of from Inception when they do the kick when he's falling into the bathtub.
Oh, yeah.
This is super
That
slow.
would
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
a
That would be
sick
cool.
frame to do.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll do that in
We
August.
should.
Maybe we'll do that in August.
Let's do it.
That would be
Yeah.
sick.
That would
That
be
would be a
awesome.
really good one. Is there one that you could think? I'm trying to like. There's some. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I'd be like, that would be. Even if you just did actually, even within the same movie, if you also did the what's the tool that he uses to ensure that he's not in a dream?
Oh, the rolling, the top?
Yeah, the top.
top?
When he's the spinning top, like that shot of like the top as well. Like people would know what that is.
Yep.
But that would be a cool one.
Yeah, there's one still from, I just watched it, that's why I'm thinking of it, from Triangle of Sadness. Have you seen that?
Nope.
They're on a yacht, luxury yacht,
You'd like
$200
that one
million.
as
You'd probably like that, yeah. $200 million yacht, and a big explosion happens at the back of the boat, but on the front of the boat, everybody's like sunbathing and having dinner, and it's like this really like opulent scene.
Okay,
And so there's this really interesting pairing where the back's blowing up and the front has this happening on it that you're kind of like, interesting.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I remember
That'd be
I watched
cool.
it on the plane and went, interesting. That or a still from like The Green Knight,
Yeah.
because that movie's trippy as hell in some parts. Have you seen The Green
I
Knight?
haven't. No. I don't.
Watch The Green Knight. That's
Okay.
another A24 film. That's crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, what does he say? I don't know. The guy who plays the Green Knight is insane. He's just like, best laugh ever. I will cut off your head.
Do you have any? I was gonna say, like, do you have any frames and stuff that you would want to do? Like, if somebody just gave you like a blank canvas to do like a bunch of frames, would you do anything?
I would do Heath Ledger out of the cop car.
Oh,
yeah. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about,
yeah.
right?
That's a yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good.
cool.
That's a good frame.
Yeah.
That's a really good
I would
choice.
do that.
What a film.
Yeah, it's a tough question. It's a tough one.
Yeah, because there's a million. It's like you have to
So
sit.
many.
You have to
So
sit
many
here. You have
good,
to sit
yeah.
here and go. Okay, first off, what's a film that
That's
has
the first
crazy
one
art?
that came to my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always like, and that's the tough part too, because you're like, okay, I have that one. Like, now I want to do that. That would be a sick one.
Yeah.
Would you, so for the frame, I'm trying to like think of the way of the design. Would you put his head partially out of the frame to like give it even more depth, or would you keep it all in?
It depends on if you can see his whole head
Yeah.
in the movie, like in that frame.
Yeah.
Can't remember if you can or not. But if not, I would just do it exactly
Yeah, as
like
is.
this story. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to look back at that and see exactly how it. I haven't. You know what? I gotta watch that movie again just for the sake of it. It's like that gets 1 to 2 replays from me
Yeah, it's a good one.
every year.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
I will watch that film so many times. Trying to think if there's anything else that's like really good. Oh, maybe a frame from the first Gladiator.
Ooh, yeah.
Where he's in the Coliseum, like the arms up and stuff. That would be good.
Yeah, it's
You
like all
see
the
it-
iconic movie scenes, like frames.
Yeah,
I would do the hand in the grass when
Yeah.
he's walking through. I'd do that.
I'm trying to think. There's like, that's so hard because there's so many good films to choose from to even start to do that. Oh, a shot in Goodfellas where they have the angle from inside the trunk where they're looking at the guy that
Ooh,
they
yeah.
whacked.
Ooh, that would, yeah.
Where they open the trunk
Yeah,
and the three of
that
them were
would- that
standing
would be
there.
cool, yeah.
That would be a good one. The reason I asked part of that was because I know there's I'd have to find the guy. But there's also there's a tattoo artist in New York who does like huge portraits and stuff. He does a lot of like all just famous portraits essentially, is like that's his style. That's all he does. If I give you, probably follow the guy.
Yeah, probably.
If I gave you, like, I'm blanking on the guy's name, but he's very talented. It looks real.
Okay.
It looks like a real, like that's how, as you would do it as well. It's like that's how detailed it is. It's like,
That would be fun.
I don't know how you do it sometimes with like the texture and stuff. It's just, it looks like a real face. You're like, how's that even possible?
I mean, I don't do them that real, but mine are more like stylized.
Yeah.
But the guys who do that stuff is just insane.
And that's all they do.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's been doing it for
Takes
10, 15
a
years
lot
as
of
well.
time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So do you have, aside from, we know your top movie of all time, we like trying to ask, do you have a top 5 in terms of movies? Either movies that you will always go back to, like Love Actually is just like a timeless one that you'll watch
That's
all the
Christmas.
time.
Yeah, that's Christmas movie. Yeah.
Do you have like favorite Christmas movies, even though you like sad films?
Muppets Christmas Carols. Another favorite one. There's
That's a good choice.
a short film, animated film called The Snowman.
Okay.
Snowman,
Yeah, there's no
interesting.
dialogue in it.
Oh,
It's all like hand drawn.
that's cool.
It's a really old one.
I have to watch that.
It's
Yeah,
really good.
That sounds interesting.
Christmas. Any of the Harry Potters like remind me of Christmas too.
Where they're all dressed up, drinking butterbeer and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah.
I think a lot of them, there's like snow in a bunch of the scenes and
Yeah.
stuff. I feel like that's definitely
Yeah.
why.
They cover a lot of time in Harry
Yeah.
Potter.
Sometimes it's hard to tell how much time has gone by in some of
Yeah.
those films.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever go see those when they were like coming out and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah. I did that with one of my friends who I used to play hockey with. We went and saw Deathly Hallows Part 2 the day it came out.
Nice.
And they gave us like the Harry Potter 3D glasses.
Oh, nice.
When they used to do cool shit for like
Yeah.
3D movies,
Yeah.
they used to give you stuff. Like we went the only time recently we've got like cool stuff is when we went and saw Oppenheimer. So like us and then Joey and we went and they gave us a frame, like frames from the movie,
Oh, that's
3
cool.
IMAX.
which was
That's
so
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Film positives, I should say.
that was the last time I feel like. I'm sure there's times where they do some of the popcorn buckets and stuff now, but like
Popcorn buckets are a big thing right now.
well, yeah, because of the whole Dune bucket that was
Extra butter, please.
no popcorn, just the bucket.
Yeah, they did that. Nosferatu had a really cool one, but it was sold out of every theater that I asked for it in.
Wasn't it a like a casket?
It was his casket, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, the theater I went to, I asked them, I was like, and I'll get a Nosferatu popcorn bucket. And they go, yeah, they didn't give us one. And I was like, they didn't give you one? This is like OG Morningside cinema that's been there forever. And it's like a classic for anybody who grew up in Scarborough. And I was like, they didn't give the OG Morningside cinema Nosferatu buckets? Yeah, apparently we're not a big chain or a big theater. And I'm like, oh, so sad. So yeah, I didn't get that, and
You have to go downtown to get one, probably.
I know, right? Or buy
eBay.
it for like $100 on eBay. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, definitely. You would like Nosferatu.
Okay.
Like you definitely got to see it.
Yeah.
I think it's getting a digital release soon, so you don't necessarily have to go see it.
Oh wait.
But yeah, definitely, it's good. I mean, like, what did you give it out of 5? What did you have it at?
I gave it 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
But that was because there was like, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was beautiful, stunning. It was just Eggers and Yarin, his cinematographer, are just like, the way that they work together is stunning. My biggest gripe was like, it felt like they dragged the story really heavily to stretch it out to make it an art piece.
Okay.
Where they could have been faster or added more dynamics within the character growth.
Okay.
That was why I pulled my score back, but it was like still a great film.
And it was also a Christmas movie. This was
Yeah,
probably-
technically.
Yeah. Well, it came out on Christmas.
That's right.
There was a bunch of films
Yeah.
that came out on Christmas this year. It's weird. Baby girl.
Baby girl.
Don't know. You, the wife, might can watch that one, but
Yeah.
I don't know if did you hear anything about that film or
No.
no? Oh, okay. It's a version of Nicole Kidman doing Eyes Wide Shut again, essentially,
Oh, okay.
basically, where she falls in love with like her 25-year-old intern,
Oh.
and they have like a very messy and sexually devious relationship for the entire movie. It's basically what the film was.
Yeah.
I can't describe it any other way. That's basically the entire
I
film.
can skip that one.
Honestly, it's actually like a very good film. It makes you feel a bit icky going to watch it at the theater, but it's a good film. Like it was,
Okay.
I feel like it should have got more praise than it did
Okay.
because she's in such like a vulnerable character in the way that it was done, but it's too, it's too much for like it to win awards,
Okay.
basically. But Nosferatu won best cinematography at the Critics' Choice Award.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
It's like
yeah.
the only recognition that it got. It should have got more.
deserves
Yeah.
it. It deserves it. No, it's beautiful. I mean, they're one of the Yaron, I think that's his name, is one of the few cinematographers who still is very active in his approach with collaborating with camera companies. So him and Panavision, they design specific filters to interpret light in the way that he wants to capture the scene.
Cool.
That's how you can get such insane visuals, like Lighthouse. I don't know if you saw that
Yeah, I
one.
did. Yeah, I love that.
Lighthouse, they have a specific filter that filtered light in a way that allowed them to get that unique contrast ratio, so that as they captured it on film, they got this really insane look to it.
Cool.
And that is called the Lighthouse filter, and you can rent it, but it is very, very expensive. Yeah.
That's cool.
So, Christmas films. Do you watch like Elf or anything?
Yes.
You just throw that
Elf is on the list. The Night Before is also on the list.
night
Yeah.
before. Yeah. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Not on the list.
No.
No.
The Grinch.
Yes.
Home Alone.
Home Alone. Yes.
1 or 2? What's
Both.
better?
One.
One's better.
I like
Okay.
one better.
The Wet Bandits, as we've been corrected many times. I have a good friend at work that he is like, he's our, oh, this is what you actually meant guy. So like, he'll listen to the episode, like we'll publish it. And I'll be like, Julia, what'd you think? He's like, or he'll be listening mid episode. He'll text me and be like, actually, what you meant to say was this. Like his movie references are almost as strong as Omar's is.
Oh,
like
wow.
to the point where he said that today. He's like, "Oh, when you had me on one time, like Bring Omar on as well. Like him and I'll just we'll just sit there. We'll be in the middle of the
Yeah, you guys are
One
just in
can
the
be-
middle.
One can be here, one can be
Yeah.
there, and we'll just like we'll be in rolly chairs,
Like moderating.
So that, so that they can just like bang. But no, that's all right because this is this and this and this, and then we'll just slowly back away, and you'll see us get up and go for tacos and come back, and
They'll still be
Still
talking.
arguing.
I even said to him, I was like, I think that would be a 3-hour episode. Just them talking would be, yeah. It's good to have. We like having him on because he'll just like throw me something sometimes. I'll be like, yeah, this. Oh, you were right. Like we got that wrong. That was the first one we got wrong. Was like the Wet Bandits. We were trying to figure out what they were for the first movie versus the second movie. But yeah, the Home Alone movies are good. That's another classic you throw on at any time. Hey, I can mostly just Christmas.
Yeah.
Besides Christmas, do you have any like your other big films?
Interstellar,
yeah,
Yeah.
Joker,
Joker,
Yeah.
of course,
Big Fish.
Big Fish.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Okay,
It's a good one. Tree of Life,
yeah.
very underrated film. You guys seen that?
I haven't seen True
Brad
Life.
Pitt,
No.
Yeah.
Sean Penn.
Tree of Life. Wow, I feel like I'm back
Julia
in like film history
Chastain.
class. Yeah.
So good. Actually, went and saw it in theaters because it was in select theaters.
Oh, really?
It's a very artsy film.
Okay.
Like
We love an artsy
Terrence
film.
Malick, I think, directed that film. And people were walking out because they're like, what is this? And I'm sitting there in the back and just like, it's the most beautiful cinematic experience I've ever seen. Yeah, that's another top one for me.
There's a lot of movies like that. Like people will just not understand it when they're watching it, or they're expecting something else.
And that's okay because they're not the target audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And you were the target audience
Yep.
for that film.
Yep.
And you loved it.
Yep.
Everybody walks out going, "What was that film?" You walk out going, "Your world is just open. Your third
Which is
eye
like-
unlocked."
I mean, it's open for interpretation. Whatever
Right.
you
Yeah.
think it's about is what it's about.
yeah.
Which is why I really liked it.
Which is like that same. It goes back to Walter Mitty. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like people definitely would have done the same thing. They've been like, okay, what am I sitting through
Yeah.
here?
Mm-hmm,
Whereas some people, it's like, oh my god, it's almost a life changing movie.
Yeah, so good.
It opens your horizon to
It's so
what
good.
the creative landscape looks like.
This is what I've been saying about Megalopolis. I don't know if you've seen anything about that. So it's Francis Ford Coppola, his art piece of a film. It's his mind on screen, and a lot of people didn't like it. And I don't know. I was kind of impressed by how dynamic and incredible it is. And you know what? I'll give him something because he refinanced his vineyard for it.
Okay.
He's done that a couple times now. All his films, he seems
Put
to
up
almost
$100 million for the
lose.
film to not
yeah.
do anything in the box office, basically.
Yeah, I think he did 30 or 40. Yeah,
Did it even do that?
maybe less, maybe 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very
was
very
rough, right?
advanced. Yeah, it was a very advanced film.
Did he do the Dead Poet Society too?
I don't think so.
Who did that?
Who did that
Directed
film?
that movie. That
That's
film
a
is
very
awesome too.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
an amazing film. I feel like that doesn't get enough
there's a
recognition.
newer film that
The
Francis
Holdovers.
Ford-
No.
Yes. No.
Not Holdovers.
What was it? It was a newer one that I just saw not that long ago. Oh, it was so good.
Francis Ford Coppola, or just like similar to Dead Poets Society?
No, it's one that he did. Maybe he was older. I can't remember.
That's okay.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of really good films. I mean,
Incredible director.
up there as what was he? Well, he did our directors list. Was he 8?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
He was up there.
Yeah. We did like 25 best directors of all time, and
was close
yeah,
to the top.
he was up there at I think it was 8. I think we were trying to figure out like where he would be, but he was above like a lot of people. But it's also longevity in terms of like these directors and their awards and nominations, and it's interesting. It's so hard to like. It's like asking somebody to pick their favorite movies and stuff. It's hard to pick
is very
like
hard.
the best directors because you're like, well, I like this director, but he's not like a theatrical director,
Right.
if you will.
Right.
Like some people would love the Russo brothers, but like that's not for everybody. Or some people really like the Coen brothers films and they won't and some people don't. Like it's just
Well, yeah.
Or like Fincher films. Like people would think that like Fincher's one of the best directors of all time, but other people are like, I don't understand the vision behind some of these films because it's like a lot of those were some of those are pretty like artsy in their own way. Like it's kind of up to interpretation, some of those films. So that happens with every big director, I guess, to some degree. Yeah. Because you're like, either you love their films or you don't even like the genre that they put themselves in. Right. And then you don't like them at all, really.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, have you watched or do you like a lot of Scorsese films, for example?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like I don't like them, but they're not like the first ones I
exactly.
watched.
And that's exactly it, because like he was number one, right? We don't know.
Spielberg
was one.
He was two.
But still, like, you personally wouldn't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it's like so up for interpretation of who's going to like that the most, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How about Spielberg? Do you like a lot of Spielberg films or no?
E.T. E.T.
Yeah.
E.T.
That's a good one.
Yeah, E.T.'s a classic.
Didn't he do that one with Ryan Reynolds? Adam's Project?
Did he?
I think. Or maybe it just looks like a Spielberg film.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did it or not, but
I don't know.
that movie's actually really good too.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking
The
about.
Adams Project? Yeah, where he comes back in time.
Was that a Netflix film?
I don't know. I don't know now.
Do you remember that coming? I remember that coming out. Yeah.
Coming out too.
It's like his younger self, right?
Yeah.
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 I forgot about that film.
Yeah. It was good.
Oh my god, I watched that. That's not old, yeah. It might be.
It's a couple of years.
Yeah.
What was that other one that came out that we were talking about, like the it was a family movie, it wasn't actually him who did it. His daughter did it. It's the one about them being trapped in like a box in the forest. No.
Box in a forest. I don't know.
Oh no! Oh, that's gonna kill me. Like really famous director. His daughter did. Oh, his daughter was the singer in Trap.
Oh,
Yeah.
Marmalade.
Yeah.
Shyamalan.
M. Night
But I
Shyamalan.
always make a joke and call him M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah.
No, what was the film that his daughter directed? That wasn't him.
I can't remember. But he financed. I mean, Shyamalan's doing it right. I mean, he finances all his films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that one where you're on that island and you age really fast. Was that him?
Yeah, old?
Don't worry. I did not like that movie.
I couldn't watch it.
Film.
It was terrible. It was not good.
I feel like his movies are totally 50-50.
It was not
Trap
good.
was really good. I like Trap. You didn't like Trap?
I don't think I saw Trap.
I couldn't watch it.
Oh.
I couldn't watch Trapped.
Oh.
I just know too much of the behind the scenes, and I just.
Oh, yeah, it was all shot at the Rogers Center.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't.
It's
watch
also too obvious that it was at the Rogers Center for me. Except to God, too many baseball games, and I'm like, I know everything that's going
Oh,
on.
so you're at that corner, eh? Too bad you're not on the other corner because there's a secret exit there.
I know everything. I like that film. I don't. You didn't like it?
I didn't watch it enough. I didn't give it a chance, which was my fault.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, okay.
I like the
watched
twists and turns.
Yeah,
It was good.
Old was bad.
Old was bad.
Old was bad. Mom, and then she's like an adult or whatever. Oh my god, what happened?
That you saying "mom" like that reminds me of Long Legs.
Mommy.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
No.
Oh, yeah.
That's another
Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Yeah, just being like terrifying.
Mandy was it Mandy? Mandy, that Nicolas Cage movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie.
Mandy was good.
I liked it enough, and I bought it on DVD.
There you go.
Oh,
That's a statement. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often
true.
anymore.
That's
because that's not just. It's not just. Oh, I'm going to watch it a lot. It's I'm going to display this.
yes.
Yeah.
That
I'm going to show the fact that I like
I
this
like that
movie.
Yeah.
Which is even more of a statement these days because it's like nobody owns movies. Everything
I have
is.
a big DVD collection.
Are you?
Great.
Yeah.
So do you have still like a nice DVD player, like a nice movie setup and stuff?
Yeah,
then?
I bought one recently.
Oh,
A
yeah?
Sony DVD player. Yeah, it's like $50.
There you go.
That's all you need it for.
All you
Pop
need.
it in and that's it.
Yeah. Well, you can watch them here too. If you ever want to, with this DVD player over here, if you ever want to watch them on a big projector with the full surround sound and everything. Yeah,
Sick.
it's like actual surround sound. It's pretty.
awesome.
It's pretty legit.
5.1.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Cool.
They did a good job. It's cool that we get to use this because they did a good job with this theater.
Yeah.
It's not perfectly soundproof, but it's
good enough.
Works.
it's pretty good for
Does the
like
trick.
yeah for sports and stuff to use it over the weekend, and then for movies that we've watched a few times, it's a cool setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
And the chairs are like, as we were saying before, when you sat down, like scary comfy.
Super-
You sink into them way too
comfy.
quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do you? So, do you have like? Is your DVD collection like organized meticulously, or you
No.
just have? No.
It's thrown on a shelf.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be. So that
Yep.
somebody could be like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Not.
Yeah. No.
How many movies do you think you have on DVD? Is it like hundreds?
Over 200, I think.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
That's
very
a
good.
good list.
Keeping the DVD market alive.
Somebody's got to do it.
It's when the internet shuts down, right?
Yeah,
Is that supposed to happen this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point. At some point.
All the Starlink satellites crash and everybody, everything goes down.
Yeah, DeepSeek gets leaked to the web and then eats it all.
That's what's gonna happen.
I'll still be watching movies.
Yeah.
You'll still be
Haha,
on the
you guys
internet.
can't take my Mandy
Yeah.
from me. Meanwhile, there's riots outside.
Yep.
Do you have like a? Do you remember what the first movie was you got on DVD?
Oh, man.
It was enough of a statement that you might remember it.
I don't know. I don't
No?
remember. No, I don't.
What did you?
That's a tough
you do?
one.
Batman Beyond, animated. Batman Beyond, the DVD. I watched the shit out of that. Yeah, Batman Beyond. I might go watch that later.
There you go.
Fucking classic.
I haven't watched a DVD in so long.
I was so sad when they canceled. They were going to do like Into the Spider-Verse, but they were going to do it with Batman Beyond.
Oh yeah, but
They
they decided to
canceled
do
it.
the Minecraft movie instead.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they funded. They funded Minecraft movie instead of that.
Oh,
it
they
looked
really
incredible. They
kids,
did what
oh.
a teaser for it. Yeah. Did you see the Spider-Man movies? Those ones?
Into the Spider-Verse?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you like those?
Yeah, yeah. The second one was a little all over the place for me.
Yes, I agree with you. The first
Like,
one
it
was
was
really
very like, yeah.
Too
The
much.
first one was good. The second
First one was really
a lot.
good.
The second one was a lot.
Well, this is the case. I mean, like that film, they spent so long getting to a final delivery phase, kind of like Squid Games. They spent so long getting that to the final finish line, and then to have the second one happen so fast, I think ruined what made the first one so incredible.
Right, yeah.
Having that time to really meticulously be like, we're gonna take that. We don't like this shot. This doesn't work. Let's do
Right.
this. Let's do that. Let's plan this detail. Add this subplot. It's kind of funny how sequels have a hard time keeping up with the first one.
It depends. Like if they're done properly, though, they don't. But if they're rushed, and unfortunately nowadays it's all about
Money.
just the money,
Yeah.
like making the money back.
Yep.
If it's not, I think the only. Ooh, this might be a bold statement. I think the only movie that's done a sequel properly in the last while has been Dune. I think that's the only film. Not necessarily TV shows. There's actually been like some good TV shows and stuff recently, but movies specifically, I think Dune Part 2 is the only film that lives up to like what a sequel should be.
I still haven't made it through the second one.
Oh no?
I keep falling asleep the same part. it's too hard. It's too hard to get through.
It's a longer
It's
film.
great, but
Yeah.
I just can't.
It's fair.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yeah,
We
that's
had like the marketing idea for what they should do for the release of the third movie in like 2026. They should do like a double Dune day. So they do like
First and second.
they show the first and the second in theaters again, like in IMAX. So people that didn't get to watch it can watch it again. And then you get like the option to have the same seat for the movie in like 3 weeks when it comes out. for like the new film.
That's a good idea.
So you get all this extra revenue that you wouldn't have got, or people just want to go see it again because they didn't get to see it in IMAX. Or
True.
Yeah, and Dune is a very different movie on IMAX, like on true IMAX versus on release.
Right.
Yeah.
Because on release they cropped it to 239 versus IMAX you get that whole
Right. Yeah.
what is it 1.8 or 1.6 by 1 frame. That's huge. Yeah, I saw some stills from it, like when the worm comes out and there's like the Sardaukar soldiers all like, oh my god. On the release it's like cut right in half, but on IMAX it's like
you see the whole thing.
yeah,
That's cool.
Okay.
IMAX makes a big difference for a lot of films.
oh yeah.
Which is again like why when we went and saw The Brutalist, it was very important because they shot it in 35,
Right.
and they edited it all in.
They cut it in 35. They cut it in 35 and then blew it up to 70.
So like that's how it's
70.
That would make a big difference.
That's how it's meant to be seen. You can tell that that is the perfect way to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes a big difference when you're actually watching it how it was meant to be watched. And I wish there was a larger assortment of like IMAX theaters. Like we don't have anything up here. We got to go. You got to go to
Vaughan?
to Vaughan. Like I mean, it's 5 minutes from my work, which is good. But for most people, like there's nothing north.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing close. There's like multiple cinemas close. There isn't one in Richmond Hill. You got to go to Markham, or you're in Vaughan, or you're in Toronto.
Right.
So it's like you would think that you've got like the Cineplex in Newmarket is pretty big.
Yeah.
You would think that you can either add the space or convert a theater
Oh, you could.
to
for
like
sure.
an IMAX theater.
Yeah.
I think you could, but
I don't know if there's enough money right
That's
now.
that's the tough part.
exactly it.
But they're bringing. I would say there is a chance that by the release of that Dune film, that it's possible that Cineplex will have more recurring revenue again, because they've got that like subscription stuff now,
Right.
which makes a big
Stabilized
difference.
them,
To actually have, because they've just that cinema's died for what 2 or 3 years basically.
Yeah.
Like nobody was going, and now it's
Yeah.
finally getting back
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
kind of where it was, but it's still not like. It's good to see some anticipation for films again.
Yeah.
Like it's actually nice to see
Yeah.
that people care and people are interested and people want to go to the movies, because it's an experience.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I love going to the movies.
it makes all the difference when you can go and see something in the theater versus
Yep.
just watching it at home on a small screen.
Yeah.
Like even if you have a decent setup,
Yeah.
it's not a movie.
It's not
Even
the same.
here, like we're lucky that we have this, but this is not
Yeah.
anywhere close to actually being like
Yeah.
a movie setup. So it's nice to go to the theater whenever you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, movies are good.
Movies are
Love
good.
the movies.
Watch movies.
Go watch more movies. We say that. Is there any before we close it out? Is there any movies that like you would want people to see that probably haven't seen those films?
Tree of Life.
True Life.
Tree of
Okay.
Life. Little Miss Sunshine.
Okay. Yeah.
Hector and the Search for Happiness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good one. That's really it. Like,
That's
did I ever ask
recommendations.
anyone about those movies? They're just like, "What are you?"
Never
That's
even heard of them.
right.
Yeah.
Never
right.
even heard of them, but
You guys got homework.
I gotta
Yeah.
my homework too.
yeah.
Anytime we get recommendations, I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yep, I haven't seen those either."
Yeah.
I find my movie knowledge is for the most part usually very blockbustery. Every now and then I'll get like an off-center release, and I'll be like, "I've seen this one. It was an old film." Like old comedies and stuff that my dad used to watch, like make me watch and stuff. Like old John Candy films.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like I've seen all of those films, and like I could recite those films. I've seen them so many times, but besides that, everything else is like very blockbuster knowledge. But it's okay. It's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Just gotta watch more films.
yeah. There's
Okay.
only
Not
so much
enough hours
time,
in the
but-
day. Just need the end of the day. You need 27 hours just to watch those 3 hours.
3 hours of films at the end of the night. Well, that's that's pretty much it.
Wrap it
Andrew,
up. You guys
thank
got
you
your
very
homework?
much.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me
thanks,
on.
Andrew.
You
Yeah, it was
just
fun.
whatever you want to shout out, your sparkling water, or Check it. Nobody can.
I made sparkling water. It's down there somewhere.
fancy sparkling water.
Yeah.
As well. Go get it. Is it at Market Brewery right now, or
No, it's at the cabin in Metropolis.
Oh, okay.
Very
or if you
cool.
come get tattooed by me, you will get some.
Get a
Okay.
tattoo.
Well, good luck. You can't get an appointment.
Oh yeah,
It's not true.
that's not true. A year from now, you can get an appointment.
Yeah.
You buy the sparkling water, you can
Yeah.
get considered for.
Yeah.
It's like a golden ticket in one of the sparkling waters. Yeah.
But yeah, if there's anything else, Andrew, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys. It was
Appreciate
fun.
you.
Newmarket legend. We appreciate
Yes.
it. And yeah, absolutely. If you ever want to get tattooed by one of the best artists in pretty much all of Canada,
The world.
and some of the most impressive flash work as well, and a perfect style. But I got a number of tattoos, so if you ever want to get one, you know who to it's at Andrew Wilson on Instagram, probably the best place. And then check out the sparkling water at the cabin. Metropolis is incredible. We go there all the time. It's right around the corner from here for us at the studio. So thank you very much for listening, watching. My name's Sander,
I'm Nason.
Andrew.
and we'll see you guys all next time. Thank you.